Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy No One here today, and today we're here for part 2 of whatever I'm going to name this story. I don't know yet. You guys will know, but yeah, I don't know what it's going to be called. But leaving off at last part, pretty sure I was talking about Tyler, how he wanted me to hook up with Evelyn, and how I wasn't really down for that because, fuck, yeah, I explained that. But, I mean, Tyler would always bring this up, especially when Evelyn would come up in the conversation. It was like this fucking guy. I mean, come on, man. But Michael, on the other hand, he was a bit more sensible about it. He was more on, like, the helping side of me if I was down, but he knew I wasn't. But anyways, the point is that this girl, Evelyn, was actually at a party this night. A quince or whatever, okay? And honestly, that was better than nothing. Like, we didn't know of any other parties. We didn't know what was going down that night. I could go hang out with Evelyn for, fun. We had a bottle of rum left, so we could drink that. Who cares? Let's go do something. And, it was just somewhere to go. So first thing was we went to Michael's crib to get changed because of the dress code and shit. Now, my dumbass didn't give a fuck about this, and I thought I was going to be fine because I had shorts with like sports leggings underneath, like, and a sports hoodie, and like some flip flops, and I was like this sports fucker at the moment, and I never really went to a quince at this point because, I mean, I got invited before when I was younger, like 15, 16, to actually be in one, but I always turned it down because I don't want to do all that practicing bullshit. And if you don't know what a quince is, it's pretty much a sweet 16. It's a Mexican tradition. I believe it's at 15, since that's what quince stands for. And it's kind of just like a party for a girl turning 15. And I mean, it happens. There's a lot of like practicing to it, a lot of dancing you have to learn, a lot of choreography, I'm guessing. And me at that point when I got asked to be in one, I was like, I don't want to do all that shit, so fuck that. And at this point in my life, I was like, yeah, I haven't really went to one because, at this point they were like for younger kids that I thought like, they're for families and shit for the most part. But, Michael actually has been to a handful, and Michael kept on telling me that I needed to change into something else, but, I was, part intoxicated, so I was telling him this. It was like, bro, it's not a big deal. Who gives a fuck? And Michael even offered me some dress pants, and I just turned them down. I'm pretty sure Tyler was wearing like shorts and a t-shirt or something also, so like he was also, out of the code or whatever, the dress code. But anyways, I remember we had one of our friends texting us. Yeah, remember, Aaron. Yeah, we talked about Aaron. Aaron, who in the holler, let me tell you. Now, we knew if we were going to be going to this party, we had to get his ass. We needed Aaron. We needed a squad, bro. Aaron, he was on the other side of town. We didn't give a fuck. It was like 7-minute drive, if that. And Michael didn't know Aaron, but Tyler and I did, so it would be like Michael's and Aaron's first time meeting. But we had to pick him up at like Walmart, and this was so stupid. I swear we drove around the parking lot for like 5 to 10 minutes trying to find this guy, and we just couldn't. I was texting him, and it was a big struggle, but he was actually at Applebee's. I think his phone was dying or some bullshit. I don't remember, but he was at Applebee's cooling. But I think he didn't have Wi-Fi or any. Yeah, he didn't have any service on his phone, and he had to go somewhere for Wi-Fi. I think that was the situation. But anyways, we finally get to Applebee's, finding him just cooling at the Applebee's on the sidewalk, and we pick him up and we start heading back to where the party was, and it was literally just a few blocks from Michael's crib, so it wasn't like too bad on driving. But we all started talking. We were taking some shots and the rum, and guess what? Another nigga hits me up. And this guy, he's a good time as well. Quite the character. We'll call this dude Marcel. Now, of course, I made the post to the Snap. If you remember, I talked about, taking some snap photos or whatever, turning up and shit. and well, he was trying to come party with us. He had a whip, so I just sent him the address where the party was, told everyone, and I think everyone but Michael knew Marcel. But we all wanted him to come with us anyways. So we drive over there to the party, get in the parking lot, and wait for Marcel to get over. And it takes a few minutes. And I'm pretty sure he drove right past the place like twice. So he was kind of fucking up, Marcel was. But anyways, we still had the bottle of rum. People were coming in and out of this party, so it was pretty active. We weren't going to bring the bottle in because, we were underage, and we just decided to kill that shit in the parking lot. Like, fuck it, right? We all got some shots, and it was gone in like 2 minutes. I believe there was like a third left at the bottle, so yeah, we really did down that shit. But we all dabbed up and shit, and we had the squad now. Let's get the partying, right? Well, you see, the thing is, remember that dress thing? Yeah. Aaron had a polo and jeans on, but Marcel came in looking, the same thing as Tyler, pretty much shorts and a t-shirt. And I didn't even expect to be stopped, or I didn't even expect security to be at the door in general, like letting people in and out type of thing. But once we got in there, there was like this black dude running security, and he decided who got in and out by the dress code. And I remember we just tried to walk up in there and like just walk through without him saying anything. But, he stopped us. He saw a group of young lads, our squad, like, some troublemakers. They're not even following the dress code. What is it? And, I guess he had good reason to be, suspicious about us. But he was, like, hold up. You guys can't come in here like this. And, we were just talking to this dude for a while. And we were like, why, And it was just the dress code policy. And in my head, I didn't say this out loud. I was just like, man, fuck this shit. Like, this is stupid. Like, this isn't some, like, damn nightclub. Who the fuck cares? It's just a little quince. Like, what the hell? And I was very annoyed. But, we were just trying to talk our way out of it. I was trying to. Michael, Aaron, Tyler, and Marcel. And we were talking to this guy, just about everything concerning our clothing. Like, he was all observing our clothes and stuff. He was like this. You see, he's good because he has that, and you aren't because of this and that. And he basically said Aaron and Michael were good, and the rest of us weren't because our summertime apparel we had on. And I remember he said my slides were no good. Marcel had some slides as well, and this talking went on, and we finally came to the conclusion that we weren't going to get in unless we got changed. And the security dude agreed that he would let us in if we came back, and dressed better. So our squad talked and figured out what to do. I couldn't wear Michael's clothing or shoes because actually none of it would have fit me, and it would have probably just looked stupid. The same thing with Tyler. And we were just going to have to go head back to our houses and change. Marcel himself decided he didn't even want to go home, come back. Sorry if you heard my phone. So he actually just stayed home and retired for the night, sadly. Too bad he couldn't turn up with us. But, hey, Marcel will be in the future stories, boys. But anyways, it was so annoying, dude. Like, I remember, seeing behind the security dude, Evelyn was there, and she saw us. Like, she saw, like, we couldn't get in, but, it was like, whatever. Like, she should, honestly, thinking about it now, she should have just came back, left the party to talk to us at least, not just look at us, glance, walk away with her friend or whatever. I think she was, like, I'm pretty sure she was, like, with 2 of her friends or some shit. But anyways, we decided that Michael and Aaron might as well just, go in, start the party, while Tyler and I, we would go change. And this took us like 15 or 20 minutes, probably closer to 30, honestly, thinking about it. But, we both got changed into some nice dress clothes, and I was styling at this point, let me tell you. I had a nice blue button up, collared long sleeve, some nice slick black dress pants, along with some nice white shoes. I was ready. But both Tyler and I were, we were both ready. So Tyler and I basically cruised our way back to the party, and we get in, not a problem. And I remember the dude, the security guard, he even complimented us. He was like, "Hey, looking good, guys," and like he gave us this thumbs up. But yeah, we got in, and fucking guess what? It's terrible at this point. Guess what? Evelyn left. She left right when, like, we came back. She left, like, I guess a few minutes before we got there. I was pretty pissed, man. And keep in mind, I probably wouldn't have been mad if I wasn't intoxicated. But, you know, the whole plan was to make a move, have a good time with her and shit. Even though, you know, I wasn't really going to go into a relationship. But, you know, I was just trying to have a good fucking time with her that night. But freaking Michael told me, and I just shook my head at it. But I went to Aaron and, you know, said what up, all this, and I guess there were some other people Michael knew there. There was these girls, actually, and we sat with them. And I think that these guys they were with, and, yeah, these guys that these girls were with, Michael was asking the dudes if, like, they were, you know, together and shit, which, you know, they said they weren't. Which, you know, pretty much threw that opportunity in the air. They were two cute girls we just met at the party right away. Thanks to Michael and Aaron setting it up right away. And I ended up with one of them. So, hey, you know, I hooked up with one of them. And it was a really good looking girl. And anyways, you know, we just talk a little bit. And eventually we go fucking dance. I dance with this girl. I'm a lot taller than her and shit. But, you know, the dance was actually nice as fuck. And, you know, thinking back on it, it was very well done. I never dance. I'm not someone who dances, especially to, you know, a bunch of, you know, Mexican music. You know, I just can't find the rhythm or the vibe. You know, it's just not something I grew up with. It's not something that I know. You know, if I'm gonna dance to anything, it would probably be, I don't know, I do some headbanging shit, some headbanger shit, some hip hop shit. But yeah, we were dancing and shit, and, you know, I was partially drunk, but I was actually feeling right, you know, leading her and stuff, just dancing around. Like, we had some actual chemistry in this dance. And anyways, I got her number after that, like, right before she left. Well, her Snapchat, same shit, but Michael danced with the other girl there, and basically we had a pretty good time. After that, we were just kind of kicking it, like, hanging around the place and talking about whatever. And I remember Michael got annoyed about something. Now, let me explain something. He told me this in private. He was like this. He was like, "Yo, you didn't tell me Aaron was a lord." And Michael was, you know, getting worried. Now, Michael had some pretty bad experiences with gangs in the past, basically. Aaron was a lord and shit, and I guess they did something to Michael's cousin. Not Aaron specifically, but, like, the people from that gang. And, you know, I mean, it was just like, you know, like, this situation, I didn't know how to handle it. Like, you know, Michael wasn't in a gang, you know, he was just like, didn't like that gang, the lords or whatever, the vice lords, and, you know, we out here, Chirac, you know, gang shit, blah, blah. but, yeah, I know some gang members, just saying, Aaron, you know, being one, so, yeah, that's just how shit is around here in the little Chirac. But yeah, okay, let's continue. They were actually able to get along, mainly I think because Michael was getting, you know, pretty intoxicated, and I think he was like, fucking, you know, like, he didn't actually do the shit to my cousin. I'll be cool with him and shit. So, you know, that's good. You know, that little situation was settled. But I think we stayed at the dance till like midnight or something, because it eventually started to die down, and I think we scouted for some more girls, but that never actually went down. Like, we never found any, and that sucks. But, you know, we were already pretty satisfied, me and Michael, that is, that, you know, we were able to get these girls and their numbers or whatever, Snapchats. But, and, you know, she was really good looking too, so fuck it. I guess, you know, Michael got one too. Aaron and Tyler, I guess, didn't care about it too much. You know, it's just girls. I mean, you know, next time, I guess. But eventually we left, and we didn't want the night to end. We wanted to get, you know, fucked up a bit more. And anyways, Tyler and I, you know, remember from first part, we still wanted to play some beer pong. So Tyler basically said that we could at his crib now, And that's what's up. I didn't expect Tyler to say we can go to his crib. And I remember at this point in the night, we needed some blunts. Aaron told us that he had some bud on him, and we were also going to smoke that, of course, and that's just a bonus. I didn't expect that. Fucking Aaron coming through with the bud in the clutch. Like, this guy coming through. We appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you, But the problem was, at this point in time, none of us were 18 at this point, so we had to try and get in and get blunts without an ID, which can be a struggle for those of you, who had to go through that sort of thing. But myself and Tyler looked the oldest among us, and we ended up driving around to so many different gas stations just trying to find someone who wouldn't card us. We were driving all around, stopping, and the people would always give us these weird looks when we said, "Oh, we don't have an ID." So eventually, though, we get to a 7-Eleven, and they didn't card us. Aaron actually went in alone on this one. He was like, "All right, let me try," and he basically just went in and he got the blunts easy. And he told us that the guy who was working there was high himself making freaking pizzas. But, we got the classics, though. The Dutches, the Java, you already know, in the Shyland, the Dutches, let's get it. And Aaron started to roll in the back seat, and I think we both used both joints, or not joints, blunts in this situation. And we went to Tyler's house, and his parents were home, and they were actually, cool with us, chilling in the back. And I remember seeing his mom, his dad. His dad was actually drinking himself, but Tyler got us beer from his dad, and we got to play some beer pong. And we had a table set up, all the cups, and even though I hate beer and shit, I still drank it. And Tyler put on some music from his garage, and it was a nice setup. There was a light for the backyard. It was, nice out. It was not hot, but kind of cool. Kind of just, I would say, actually warm. But at this point in time, we had the blunts going, and we were getting more intoxicated, drinking and smoking. And we played teams for beer pong. It was Tyler and I against Aaron and Michael. And not to drag the story on too much, because not too much happens after this. Tyler and I, we were winning in the beginning for beer pong. But I was pretty fucked up, honestly. And I could hardly aim straight at this freaking point, because I think I had way more than anyone. And I was more fucked up in result. But Tyler pretty much carried me through this game, and we had like 1 cup to make, and they still had 5 to make. And eventually, they fucking came back. They got 5 before we can get their 1. And Tyler and I just kept missing. It was terrible, but I mean, we played, we had a good time until like, I think 2 or 3 in the morning or so. And eventually Tyler just dropped off everyone, and I think I was the last to be dropped off, and I hardly remember that car ride. It was honestly just a blur to me because, well, I was intoxicated, yeah. And I remember I just get home, I crash. Yeah, I just knocked the fuck out. So, yeah, that's pretty much that night. So, yeah, if you want to, hear more stories, like the video, leave a comment, whatever, subscribe if you did enjoy it. And it's been your boy, No One. Someone that's No One. Let's get it. Yeah, it's been your boy, do what you gotta do. Help your boy out. So, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.